many team fights happen. It's just like, well, who's going to take the turret faster, Jinx or Draven? Let's watch. All right, Jinx is done. And Draven bringing up the rear.
Yeah.
All right, Draven finished.
But there is always that Draven 6-item power spike of, oh, I got my crit items and I did half your life with 1Q. Jinx does not have that.
That's very true. But at the same time, it's like, all right, everyone goes in, Jinx ulti, and then she like gets an execute and goes crazy.
Yeah, I think I really like this blue team. Generally, I feel like their team comp's a little bit better than purple team. Mostly because I don't know how to value this new mid, I think.
Yeah, the new mid's questionable.
Yep. Though it does solve the lack of engage that purple team had before it was picked.
Oh yeah, snowball into hook combo. I'm ready.
Snowball into hook or the flash absolute zero. You know.
Oh snap.
I'm just saying, and that attack speed slow onto Jinx is devastating from the new snowball. It doesn't matter what your steroid is. If it's reduced by 75% or whatever that snowball does, it is crazy. Nunu's a stupid champion, man.
I've actually faced the AP Nunu mid before.
Yeah?
The snowball's pretty dope. You're right.
Yeah.
Because like he auto attacks the wave and gets his free spell up, and then just throws the snowball out for free.
Yeah.
And like he'll have like a haunting guys or something, some early damage, some early penetration, and then it's just like, well, I just got chunked for a ton for free. Yeah. Now what do I do?
It's gonna kind of come because AP Nunu is kind of gated, or lane Nunu in general is gated by how much mana he uses. His mana pool is severely lacking, and his spells are so expensive. So if Syndra takes advantage of when he tries to wind up the free spell by meleeing minions or something, she should be able to take him out pretty easily or push him out of lane pretty easily. But if she does not take advantage of that small window, Nunu does have the chance, like you said, if he gets 1 or 2 pieces of penetration, he should be able to just kind of snowball the lane.
He said it.
I said it, guys.
He said the joke.
I'm never going to do it again. He's snowballing.
Would you say that noob glasses is snowballing?
Ha ha ha.
Ha ha.
We lost a viewer for saying that. Nah.
No.
I think Will the Yordle is actually just paying our viewers off, dude.
Yeah, it's like, get out of here.
Yeah, just go. Go, I can't be wrong, guys.
Yeah, I'll mystery gift you.
Yeah, right. We see Leeson starting on his blue side, which is a little bit interesting. I think he also recognizes how strong the bot side is, and he really wants to give them a chance to push for level 2, and then show up and gank it around level 3, versus forcing them to leash. Because that small window of time when Draven is leashing 4 Kha'Zix, he's going to have a hard time showing up and matching the push power of Jinx with the fish bones, and maybe the Morgana pool. So this is an interesting play out of Leeson. He's not even getting a leash. What a man!
The truth.
There we go.
It's just like, dude, I don't need this leash.
Right?
Dude, I got this coconut drink in my hand.
Might be a little bit of rum in there.
I got this. Yeah. He's like, dude, you think I can't see anything because I'm blind? I've been smashed since Champs a leg. Let's go!
Oh man, yeah. This is. Oh no, I was really hoping to see. Oh, nice Morgana binding to push Thresh off. Unfortunately, doesn't do. I was kind of hoping to see them push a little bit harder from the blue side there.
Oh yeah, dude. All right, here we go. Game's winding up. Looks like Kha'Zix is taking an interesting jungle path here. He finishes Gromp and then goes straight to Wolves for his second camp. Hook goes down from Circle Walker onto Sheepdog Agent, gets an auto attack in, but no follow up from Draven. Draven is double spinning these axes. He says, "Look at me juggle.
Yeah,
I am great at this."
You don't have any fight power unless you have 2 axes going as Draven. So he's doing an excellent job with his Draven mechanics right now.
Boom. Oh, this is beautiful. He's gonna get so much cash once he gets kill.
Oh yeah.
Drops one of the axes though. It looks like fight. Actually, no fight going down. Leeson just getting super low in the jungle.
Oh, no.
Flay goes down in the bottom lane. Chompers in response along with the black shield, and it looks like Hanako is best is not going to be able to go a little bit deeper on that.
Unfortunately, Jinx is not taking advantage of her fish bones right now. Every time Draven goes up to auto, there's like I believe it's a 50 range difference. Jinx could be blasting him with that fish bones, and they would not be stuck in this situation right now. Man, and we see Vladimir pushing in the Garen, which is probably about what we expected. With that AOE damage he does. So I don't know.
Ooh, Nunu in the mid lane just showing up with these snowballs Nightlock gives. Just does not care at all about the Syndra. You know what? This is my lane. Phase.
Yep. Snowballs are pretty mean, man. Yeah, they're just not... Man, I just keep coming back to this bot lane, and nice hook coming on to Morgana, but there should not be a lot following it up.
Yep, nothing there, but blue side is pushed underneath their turret. That means this is an optimal time for Lee Sin to show up into the bot lane and possibly get a kill, especially after buying that Stalker's blade. That smite will be significant.
Yeah, that's true. He had an early shot to pick that up, and if he does not go gank right now, he's going to be in some... This bot lane is going to be in some deep trouble.
Yeah. Top lane, Vio Shine just spinning on the wave. High Iron Bones is going to take his time farming this up. He's got a 10 farm lead and he's feeling really nice about it. DCB struggling with his red buff a bit, but the healing from that smite is going to keep him nice and healthy and allow him to clear that out no problem.
Yeah, you know, and it's
down to the bottom lane. Sheepdog Ancient gets hit, and he's gonna have to pop the heal in order to get out of that one with his life. Now he's gonna recall back to base.
Yep, pretty good time to back. He's gonna miss a wave, but he was already behind. If he doesn't shop now, he's gonna be in trouble. That's a mistake a lot of people make. Is when you fall behind. I don't even know what happened there.
He got Lee Sin. That's
fair enough. That's a good verb to describe that.
Yeah.
Adjective, I guess.
The act of one getting to low health, then getting executed with a dash ability.
Yep. But I want to just touch on this point. Jinx did a really intelligent thing where, like, I see a lot of players, especially when they get bullied early, they'll try to stick around and just get as much CS as possible, and they're going to end up costing themselves more by being greedy than just by sacrificing 8 or 10 CS to the tower and coming back with full health and an item.
Yeah.
Because right now they have a damage advantage in the spot lane, even if there's a little bit of a level discrepancy. So if a Morgana binding hits, they can definitely take this lane.
Oh yeah, for sure. What happens is if you stick around in that lane with low HP, you end up not only losing a whole bunch of money, you lose levels, lane pressure, the health of your support. So much goes down the tube. You should just play it safe and back up.
Yep, just back up, get an item, and call it a day.
Yep, for sure.
Huge CS discrepancy coming out of this top lane too, as we see a 40 CS to 17 CS. Vladimir just slowly pushing it up, sacrificing it all to the red side tower, and then basically last hitting as the wave pushes into his.
Yeah, and he's got such a farm lead now that it's just like, you know, even if he dies to a gank or something, he's still going to be ahead monetarily.
Yeah. Absolutely, and he's got that TP, so even if he dies, he's not going to miss any CS, to be honest.
Yeah, this is going very well in Vladimir's favor.
Oh
my goodness, ulti goes down to the top lane. High and Bones lands one of the Qs there from Vladimir, but I don't think that's going to be enough explosion damage. It is not. Garen forced to go back to base now. Dread Warrior really showing his hand at the bottom lane. Binding misses. Hanako is best, landing a good number of auto attacks. Gets exhausted. Morgana steps out of the fight. The Q lands from Lee Sin. He actually takes it underneath the turret. He has to flash out. Reconator now in a bit of trouble as he dashes back to Morgana and proceeds back to the base. Sheepdog Ancient at full health, turn around, get that Draven. Come on! I would have played it so risky there. I would have been in there all day long.
Considering you're already down 15... Well, I guess actually you got to be a little bit more careful against the Draven. This guy already has a ton of stacks on his passive. You really don't want to give someone, you don't want to give him that extra 300 gold, do you?
Is it that much already?
It's gonna be close, dude.
115 and he gets what, double per?
He gets 2 gold per.
Oh my
so he would get you don't want to give him 250 gold.
Oh my gosh, there's flash absolute zero. Snowball comes out. Snow cones tonight. Syndra gets taken out by the gank from Kha'Zix and Nunu in the mid lane. Well done, red side, and they pick up that kill very easily. High Iron Bones returns to the top lane. It looks like he's going for Azonia's Hourglass first. Very smart. He's going to be able to spend a large time off the map. Vio Shine spins in the middle of the minions there. If I was Bones, I would have turned around and said, you know what, fool? I'm just gonna auto attack you right in the middle of the spin because I just don't even care. I've got more sustain than you, and I'm just ready to stick around for the long haul. Rekinator in the mid lane showing up, fighting against Nightlock the Immortal. The smite had gone down, but it looks like Nightlock's just gonna walk away, eat a minion, snowball him, and ignite him. He's turning this fight back around, and where's that snowball? Kick comes out, Q does not land, gets kicked into the turret, goes down the low HP, snowball comes out. Oh my goodness!
If that follow-up Q had hit, that fight would have turned differently.
Snowball
Unfortunately,
comes back out. Sorry.
It's alright, guys. Just got a little bit excited there. You might have...
The snowball plays.
Oh, man.
Alright, so down in the bottom lane, a lot of aggression coming out from this blue side. They did have that early game advantage with that early back from Jinx, allowing you to pick up the Doran's Blade, but now Hanako as best has come back with that BF sword. That means those spinning axes are going to be significant. Top lane, Bioshan goes in him high and bones. There's the pool underneath. No, take me back to the top lane. God dang it. Looks like Garen actually gets the kill up in the top lane. Down on the bottom lane, they're going aggressive onto Sheepdog Alpha. I mean, Sheepdog Agent. And it's going to be the Draven ulti that picks that up. Hook lands, and that's going to be the execution kill down on Morgana. I'd say looks like Kha'Zix is in the base right now, so they're not going to be able to pick up a dragon directly off the back of that. At the same time, though, Nunu is in the area with Consume. They might be able to at least hold out long enough for Kha'Zix to show up and pick up that dragon. Everyone in that bottom side of the map is pretty high health.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely should have made a play on dragon. They didn't even need Kha'Zix with that Nunu Consume, assuming he has a point in. Yeah, they could have definitely taken that dragon with a 3-man squad. This is gonna get really, really dangerous. We talked about like blue team needs to get a Fed Draven this game, and boy did he get it right there. He got 416 gold off of his passive.
Oh my goodness, he's made so much cash money.
Oh my god, like he already has his big power item in that BF sword. Lee Sin might get caught out here if he decides to go for this gank.
Yep, mid lane Nunu lays down the snowball, and it looks like the ultimate's going to come out from P-Tux. Nightlock the Immortal is not done with this fight, though. Absolute Zero comes out. The damage will not be enough. He's not going to follow that up to try to get into the snowball, as too many tower shots will kill him.
Oh my goodness, yeah, that was definitely unfortunate. Syndra just ran out of mana there, wasn't able to finish off that following her ult. Ooh, nicely sync kick right into the chicken wall there. Stuns Zunu for the kill.
Bottom lane stand aside, knocks Dread Warrior back into the team, and it looks like he's going to pick up more money. 136 bonus gold coming out of that one. High on Bone shows up in the middle of the fight there, but does not have his ulti up. Now he is actually going to pick up the kill on Draven along with Jinx there. Now Thresh is caught in an awkward position and gets taken out as well. Great teleport coming out from Vladimir to make sure that play worked out in their favor.
One thing you do not expect is the TP Vlad gank at all. But he showed up right when Draven had no mana, so he had no ability to stand aside to Vladimir, and Vlad got up in his grill and managed to pop him, basically.
Yep, that will be significant pressure down on this bottom lane turret, as well as top lane. Garen is getting free reign to push in, and it looks like Rekinator shows up in DCB's jungle and just completely forces them out there.
Jinx, take the tower, stop autoing the minions, please.
Yeah, she's like, but I need this farm. At the same time, though, this turret is going to kill additional minions because of that, and that does mean more deny. And that's the intention. Sheepdog Agent wants to make sure that this tower kills as many as possible, and then takes it out. Good move on his part.
Alright, fair enough. Let's see if that tower take turns into a potential early dragon for blue team here. With Dread Warrior going for some deep wards here.
Yep, Lee Sin looks like he's rotating down towards this dragon. Blue side is looking like they might just want to make a play where the red team is standing. Pink Ward is in the brush here. That means Dread Warrior is going to get caught out by Hanako's best and Circle Walker. Exhaust comes down onto Draven, but he will still pick up the last hit with it. Hook comes out, misses Rekinator completely, and he gets flayed backwards. Kick comes out to kick Circle Walker out, but that's just going to mean that DCB is just going to show up and clean up the kill anyway.
Yeah, gotta wonder what... I feel like Dread Warrior kind of got left out there. He got caught, yes, but Jinx and Lee Sin were in a position to help him out. And if they had shown up when that Soul Shackle came down, they could have won that fight very, very easily.
Yep, up at the top lane, High and Bone takes out Bioshan, and that means Red Team's going to go out and take out the first dragon of the game, snowballing this Draven even further out. How much gold is he sitting on? 1,400, so he's getting really, really close to being able to buy that IE straight away. I think he might actually already be there.
Yeah, nice flay hook onto Jinx, and that's just going to cost her life. Ooh, Draven dropped the axe.
Yeah.
That was the difference between the kill and no kill right there. To be 100, because if I caught that axe, I was going ham personally.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Even I would have been under that turret. I would have been like, screw these flame choppers. I'm stepping on them or whatever I gotta do.
Flame choppers.
It looks like the ultimate from P-Tux comes out and he actually forces the absolute zero from Nylok the Immortal, flashes out of it to avoid the damage, and actually it looks like Nylok's gonna lose his mid lane turret before he even gets 50% damage down on P-Tux's.
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to point out that the interesting build route we see come out of the AP Nunu, because his base damages are so high, he basically immediately rushes into Null Magic Mantle, which is why we see these Syndra ultis just do nothing. Absolutely nothing to Nunu.
Oh yeah, and by the time the fight's over, he's consumed, a couple times, and he's just back up to almost half health already.
All right, Nylok, I'm sorry I doubted your strange picks. You have proven that AP Nunu can work sometimes.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, right?
He knows what's going on.
Yep, he's got the secret tactics.
Alright, back down to this bottom lane, which has been so exciting all throughout the game. Draven has now picked up the IE, which means one of these spinning axe crits will probably take out half of Jinx's health. He spins one, crits a minion. Lantern goes down, and they want to go in for the aggressive play, but they end up backing up. Not quite ready to make it happen there.
This is it's such a strange bot lane result. I feel like it's happening like this because just the lack of synergy. It's not that either player is at fault from the blue side, but it's just Dread Warrior is going for these aggressive plays, and if you don't follow it up as an ADC, you're really killing yourself.
Yeah, you basically say, well, I'm going to trade most of your HP for like 3 minutes.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, that's not good.
One thing you can do to help yourself in these games, guys, especially if you don't know who you're laning with or you're not in voice comms, just after one time, if you notice your support as an aggressive player, just follow them. Just have faith. It doesn't matter, because if you don't show that you have trust in them, you're not going to be able to build up and win the lane.
For sure. Yeah, that's why it's a lot of times in these games, especially when it's even footing like early game or something like that, it's a lot better to be a little bit more aggressive rather than passive, because the aggressive players are typically the ones that take control of the game. And drive it in the direction where they want it to go.
Yep, absolutely. Oh man,
top lane High and Bones gets ganked out by DCB and Bioshine, and the ulti comes out from Garen. Not going to be enough, but one flash auto attack will finish him up there. Both flashes burn from Garen and Kha'Zix.
Little bit of a strange usage from the Vladimir ult right there. If he had popped it right before he pulled, he would have had enough damage to kill Kha'Zix. Unfortunately, he misplayed his abilities there, and it cost him a kill.
Yep. This bottom lane looks for the hook. They definitely get it. Sheepdog Agent gets hooked in, but Reckonator shows up at just the right time. Not able to kick Hanako back into his team, but Hanako gets bound at the last second. Sheepdog Agent and Dread Warrior focus him down. Ultimate comes out from Sheepdog Agent.
Oh, no.
Blue team actually gets taken out by one of the hooks from Circle Walker. It does about 150 health damage there. Nylux doing absolute zero picks up the kill, and now High and Bones is in the middle of the fight. Picks up the kill onto Nunu, and now P-Tux shows up as well. Ulti goes down onto Thresh, but he's still going to walk away scot-free. He gets away with his life there. And that's going to be a 2-for-2 trade across the board there.
Yep, that was a really good fight for Purple Team. That was an that was a good fight for both teams. It was just even better played TP by Vlad right there.
Yeah, for sure. The one thing that is pretty good for Red side there on that Vlad TP is it does open up the top lane for Garen to push up. He might be able to get a little bit of damage on this turret, but no, he opts to wander into the enemy jungle.
Greedy out of Jinx right there.
Yep, Sheepdog Agent gets completely found out and exploited by DCB, but P-Tux is landing down significant damage on this Syndra. Not able to close up that kill there as Draven shows up, and I'm telling you, man, right now at this point in the game, 2 Draven auto attacks, spinning axes, and that's all it takes.
Yep.
If they crit, you're done.
This Draven's going monster mode, man. Though the game, we're talking about how far ahead this Draven is, but the game as a whole is only, it's a 500 gold difference. So
this is very true.
There's a lot of things that I feel like Blue Team has all the tools it needs to win this game. It's just going to be about getting to that Draven, honestly. and not fighting in the absolute zero.
Yeah, and they've got the tools to make any of those things happen. The magic of the Syndra stun is that you can just make so many plays occur. In the river there, Circle Walker gets caught out by Dread Warrior and Rekinator. The binding and the Qs have landed, and he's gonna look for the hook. Rekinator gets hooked in.
Oh no.
Stand Aside gets landed. Hanako is doing a fantastic job of aura walking backwards. Lee Sin did not have enough energy to dash in. He finally gets it on the back line. It looks like the barrier is gonna keep Hanako alive.
Oh, no.
One Q from P-Tux doesn't
Auto
quite kill him.
attack, yeah.
The follow-up finally gets him. Absolute zero from the blind brush actually takes out Lee Sin. Up at the top lane, Shine starts spinning on High Iron Bones, but not enough damage to be significant there. And High Iron Bones is just gonna heal up. He's got that spell vamp, so he's pretty much staying in this lane forever. P-Tux walks away, gets that long range stone from Syndra, and that puts him away from Nightlock the Immortal. Nice and easy.
Yeah, so it's not every day you see Syndra win the auto attack trade against a Fed Draven.
Oh yeah.
But that fight was a little chaotic, but that was definitely the fight the blue team needed. It was dragged out enough, and Lee Sin did a good enough job dragging Draven away from the fight, even though Draven was kiting. It allowed them to basically zone Nunu and pick off people as they needed. This could be a really good time to set up for a dragon. Baron's coming up in 1 minute, and though Nunu is an excellent Baron taker, I do not imagine that purple team is in a position to try to take Baron.
At the same time, though, with a Kha'Zix, a Nunu, and a Draven with an IE this early in the game, they could pull it off, but that means they cannot be caught out by Vladimir and Syndra. If that happens, the game might even be over.
Well, Vladimir is one of those champions where if you try to sneak a Baron on him and he finds it, he can just kind of walk up and finish the fight.
Yeah.
You know, like walk in ulti, because the amplified Baron damage plus the amplified damage from the Vladimir ult is just going to run over your team.
Yeah, for sure.
It's definitely as we see Vladimir getting flanked on, maybe a little bit too greedy for this minion wave.
Ooh, actually a significant chunking coming out from P-Tux there. He actually walks a little bit backwards. Dark Crimson Blade's actually going to die to the Vladimir ulti. No, he actually heals up. No, he does go back down with the Tides of Blood. Hook comes down on Rekinator, and he will go down in this team fight. Shine shows up. The smite goes down from Rekinator to try to slow him down. The ultimate does clean up Lee Sin there, and it looks like Morgana joins the fight now. Such havoc here in the mid lane, as it looks like it's going to be a 3-for-2 trade in favor of the blue team, and that should be a win that's going to reward them this dragon buff.
Yeah, that's only if they're bold enough to do it, because right now they only have their nice absolute zero, nice binding to follow up. That's definitely either a tower or a dragon.
Yeah, for sure. Sheepdog Agent is getting a little bit of extra hatred down onto Draven in the mid lane there underneath his turret. I'd say blue team needs to back up. It might even be a little bit too late now, considering that Kha'Zix is back up.
Yeah, they overcommitted for that Draven kill. The Nunu pick was nice, but as soon as Sheepdog Agent wasted 2 or 3 auto attacks on that Draven, that might have cost them this dragon.
Yep, jump in from Dark Crimson Blade. He gets the reset. The Evolved Wings coming out second there are going to allow him to jump all over these team fights now. Circle Walker running away from High Iron Bones. It looks like blue team has taken control of this area. DCB jumps in trying to get a solo kill, but it looks like he's going to get found out and picked off here. High Iron Bones is going to be the one to clean that one up. And it looks like Sheepdog Agent is going to hold this dragon in place, and they're probably going to knock it over. They need to spin this thing. There we go. There we go. Protect
Always
your teammates.
rotate your dragons, man. Always rotate your dragons. Oh man, this is such a chaotic game. This is what I would expect out of a team that's relying so heavily on Draven.
Ooh, there it is. Hanako is best, has an easy pickup here. No, he actually walks backwards to pick up the axe. Now Rekinator joins the fight. Has to flash away, but it looks like it's going to be High Iron Bones who ends up picking up a long-range kill with the what's that, Siphon? Transfusion?
Yep.
Transfusion. That's what it is.
Yep. Vladimir with a perfect itemization too. He recognizes that Draven is the threat on this team, so he immediately rushes for that. Oh my lord, who's gonna win this?
Oh, actually, okay, High Iron Bones. I did not realize that. Even if you're in an AoE like that, the will save your HP. Good.
Yeah, very good.
I don't know. I didn't think that was true, but it makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, it does. That's why I shut up too. I was like, does this actually work?
Yeah, the bull saved his life there. That works. Alright, so it looks like Reconator jumps into that fight there. The Jinx ulti does not land and get a kill, so they're going to have to back away from this one since Draven ulti cleared out those minions, not allowing them to take this turret. Dread Warrior lands the binding, puts down the pool! Oh my goodness, the slow does keep Thresh on the pool for a couple extra seconds, but that's not going to be enough damage to take him out. P-Tux meets up with Vioshine in the top lane, but he's going to have to walk away as he's a little bit too tanky for him to handle. Back into the jungle there. Reconator's trying to get this blue buff. He is going to get it, and I do like this ward coverage coming out from blue team on the bottom side of the map. They have pretty much full control of their jungle. They can see a lot of the movements throughout there, and that allows them to make very informed decisions.
One thing I want to point out is the reason we're seeing a lot of these team fights go the way they are is the purple team is so heavily reliant on Draven, and he's actually kind of wasted about 1,600 gold by picking up an early home guard, a Vamp Scepter, and a second Doran's Blade. He does not need that. He just needs more damage. He needs more crit. He does not need the lifesteal because nobody's getting to him anyway. He's doing such an excellent job kiting.
Right.
So he's kind of throwing away the gold advantage he had on Jinx. So now that they're an equal threat, the splash damage coming out of Jinx, like we discussed earlier, is just turning these team fights.
Oh yeah, for sure. And she's optimizing her crit on her build as well, so that means that it gives her Infinity Edge that much more value. Especially with the increased auto attack speed. High and Bones gets caught in the 2v1 with Dark Crimson Blade and Vioshine, walks into the brush, but he's not going to get away, gets ulted and taken out. In the bottom side, it looks like Red Team is just going to invade this jungle just so aggressively. Jinx is a little bit squeamish on walking up to this Draven, but it looks like Syndra shows up, double stun, also comes out, Box gets down, and it looks like Circle Walker's going to have to flash over the wall, gets flashed to by Reconator and kicked towards his team across the corner there. The red buff slow combined with Tempest is going to keep him in place, and that's going to be enough damage to take him out. Nunu ults on top of a ward, and it does absolute zero as he's trying to back away. The Syndra stun takes it out immediately, an attempted surrender from Red Team already. Oh my goodness.
One other thing is, Garen's just not doing a whole lot, as we see a Soul Shackle catch out Nunu here, and that should be enough to just pop him. They're like, we talked about it. You know, Draven is the core to this red team, and they're not grouping as 5, and they're not protecting this Draven. They need to be playing Protect the Double Lift right now.
They really do. They need a Garen with a Rando and Zoman just spinning and slowing people in an AoE and causing a whole bunch of havoc. DCB jumps in trying to get a solo kill and gets picked off. You don't want to go in solo versus this team. You got to get your tanks out there. Vioshine spins onto Reconator here. Stun coming out from P-Tux will deter his follow-up as Lee Sin rejoins his team and they start backing up towards their base. It looks like they probably all want to reset, regroup, and try to force down this middle turret. This game is moving very, very quickly in Blue Side's favor.
Yeah, this is a good time to shop. You know, Dragon's coming up in 2 minutes, so they need to reset their ward count and spend what gold they have to make sure that this next Dragon fight goes in their favor as much as possible. One thing to also point out is we were talking about earlier how there was a 400 gold lead on the red team. Well, now we've seen it swing to a 5k gold lead for the blue team. Purple team really needs to focus on team fighting and not split pushing, because it is costing them big time.
One of the things you'll notice, or that I noticed in the early game, is because the reason that gold lead was so small, despite Draven being so fed, is because middle lane and top lane for Blue Side had such a huge farm advantage. And the reason that farming is so important is because you can pick up kills pretty much any time in the game, but there are a limited number of minions that will come onto the map throughout the time span of a game. So, you know, the person who does a better job of taking advantage of those minions will get the advantage of the gold, even if they're behind early on. They've got the better shot to win the game.
Yep, nice Vorpal spikes out of DCB right there. He actually shut down the home guard, TP out of Vlad, kind of wasting that summoner spell.
Vioshine gets caught out in the brush here in the middle of Blue Side here, and he's going to have to spin his way towards the base. Nylock decides to use his absolute zero, but it doesn't do that much damage. Circle Walker now in the middle of the team there. He lays on the box, but no one's healthy enough to jump in. Wait, no! DCB jumps into the middle of the fight, picks up one kill, and jumps back out. He will save his own life, but looks like P-Tux is going to completely zero out Draven now.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, the damage is real.
This is just one of those Nunu's not tanky enough to walk in an ult anymore, and
Central
Yeah.
complete confirmed balance. Yes, it does a lot of damage when she's 6'2" and 12 and has almost the
Yeah,
highest
you
farm
know,
of the game.
typically any champion that is the most farmed, has the most gold in the game, typically they do lots of damage.
Yeah, they do
That
a
is
lot of
that is a
damage.
balance issue. Nerf gold.
Nerf gold, gold too, gold too
Gold
valuable.
too strong.
Gold too valuable. Morello
Gold.
Y.
Morello Y. Remove gold from game.
Remove gold. Only levels. We're playing
Oh.
Heroes of the Storm now, boys.
Oh yeah.
Take out the items, take out the gold.
Oh yeah.
Not like the Immortal getting caught in the jungle from P-Tux a little bit there.
Yeah. One thing we see is that Frost Queen's coming out of Morgana too, and that's an interesting buy. I don't think it's actually necessary. I don't think it was necessary to finish that item.
Yeah, but it looks like the slow will land on Circle Walker there, and they're considering trying to follow this up. Top lane though, Via Shine goes in on High Iron Bones, and the spin damage is actually starting to work out quite in his favor because of this Black Cleaver.
I think I saw a crit out of that, man.
Oh yeah, there it is. He does have the Avarice Blade, doesn't he? 1v2 on the top lane, High Iron Bones. Looks like he's surely going to go down with this one there, but Red Team is defending their mid lane as well.
Yep. Why does Garen's ult do magic damage?
I don't know. It's because it's a magical sword. It's a magical sword that he summons from the sky.
Yes.
He doesn't just dunk you so hard with his own personal sword. It's a separate sword.
Right. Blue team needs to do something because they're either gonna do nothing right now. If they do nothing right now, they're throwing away about 300 gold in that bot lane with that giant minion wave.
Oh my goodness, it's so enormous.
Look at that! Look at that, man.
I would
so
love
they
to
need
have
they
that.
need they need a team fight or go get that gold, but they need to act right now.
Yeah, I'm about to log in and go get that minion wave.
Yeah, man. Like.
Team fight goes down here in the mid lane. P-Tux gets very, very low. Actually, Zonia's in the middle of the blade there. He might live. No, he gets completely zoned out. Nuno actually gets into the back line of the blue side and starts absolute zeroing, but everyone kind of just walks away from it. They don't even know that's happening. Sheepdog Agent gets a Quadra. Actually uses his blue trinket 1v1 to Nunu. All the skill shots miss on the rest of the blue team. The zap lands and he's going to be slowed down. What? Pentakill, baby!
Ooh,
Sheepdog Agent really hurting the sheep there and getting up that pentakill.
Yeah, they can't win. They should not be able to win the game off this. 10 seconds is short of a time, but they can definitely get this inner tower and potentially an inhibitor if they want to greed out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit more dangerous, but with Vlad split pushing on the other side of the map, they might be able to get that inhib.
I wouldn't do it.
I wouldn't either, but I can see the merit for going for it.
Yeah, I can understand it if they tried it.
Yeah, but even pressuring, like if they were to soft pressure that tower, it would get them that inner tower on the bot side for sure.
Yep, and it looks like Vladimir's still down there all alone. The minions are pushing in, and it looks like Jinx is very close. Jinx, don't go loop. Just hit the turret first, and then retreat to the blue buff. Good.
God,
he is
come
gonna
on,
get
man.
it. He is gonna get it. Okay, so it
Alright,
doesn't matter either way, but
But that last fight, you know, despite it going so overwhelmingly to the blue side, I want to point out that Circle Walker he landed that flash flay with the hook box onto Syndra, and that was so critical.
Yeah.
But it just did not matter because Syndra had the perfect Zonias.
yeah, she was still able to get the burst. If the burst damage was large enough early on and got to and took him out before the Zonias went down, it would have denied or put more damage on the rest of the team because everyone's kind of sitting there like, is she going to come back up? We got to finish her up, otherwise we all die. You know, it's strong.
Yeah, it was just barely not enough damage, and it really ended up poorly because Syndra managed to get out like a 2-man stun right before she fell over, and that turned the fight. That's never what you want to see when you make an excellent play as a Thresh.
Oh yeah.
It's like, whoops, I baited my team. Oh man, I don't really know what purple team can do here. They just need to land like right now. They need to go right now in this 3-on-5.
Oh man, here we go. Here we go. Let's get the 5v5. Let's get the 3-on-5. I mean,
Come on.
I thought they were just gonna collapse.
Though we do see Vlad. Yeah. We do see Vlad with he was waiting the home guard, right? Oh no!
there it goes. He flashes in and gets his ulti down, and it looks like Garen's caught in the back of the line there. He's not able to get to anyone significant, and the ult is going to come down on Shine. Will take him out. Jinx is now excited and running to catch up with the rest of the team, but this fight is pretty much already done.
Yeah, the disrespect of Morgana too. Doesn't even cast a soul shackle. Just knows the Garen's gonna die.
Yeah.
This should be game. They should be able to just ignore this bottom tower and go straight for the two Nexus towers.
Pretty much. They can go ahead and wrap this up nice
Yeah.
and easy.
Yeah, I wouldn't even risk trying to dive this DCB right now. I would just go straight for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we see them looping around, that looks like their play. This should be pretty much game.
Yeah, pretty much, and it looks like Reconator, they really want that. They really want that Kha'Zix, but it's not the right.
They really want that Vlad too, but you don't hook a vampire under the tower, man.
No, you don't invite him into your home like that.
Yeah, you do not invite him to your house, man. Only bad things happen.
Only bad things indeed. Sheepdog Agent looking for the kill money here. He's legendary. And they're trying to force this red team back into their base. No, I don't want to spawn in the graveyard. They scream as they all die and fall down. No!
Yeah,
GG's
Jinx.
come out.
Yep, that's the game. Good job, everybody. Despite the huge advantage Draven had, the purple team was not able to play Protect the Draven, and that was the game.
Yeah, they just... I really feel like in Garen and Nunu's lanes there, had they had more farm under their belt when they had that early lead